You mentioned something about this kid who bites.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Marquitos is a little boy that came in at the beginning of the year. He's about 5 years old, and they come from a very messed up family. Mom and dad are both HIV, and I don't think any of the kids are. She has quite a few kids, but just a very messed up home where the mom basically doesn't have any interest in really taking care of the kids. And they grow up with seeing drinking, and they live in a very, very poor area of town. So he came in basically not knowing any limits, not knowing what love is, not knowing what discipline is, or working with other, or just being with other kids in a nice way, I guess, because he's used to being picked on all the time. And he's basically used to being beaten up on or defending himself by beating up. And in his case, biting as well. And so the first day that I got to know him, I had already heard that he had bitten our cook in the kitchen. He had bitten the teacher, and he had bitten another kid in the room there in the children's room. And so he was already kicked out of the children's room, and he was in the eating area here, and his mom was actually, I didn't know who his mom was, but his mom was actually sitting right there in the area. And I came to talk to him, and he basically just, as soon as you try to hold him or put him in one place to talk to him, he basically starts kicking and screaming, and I wanted to hold him and tell him, like, this is not allowed, this you can't do this here. And see, he bites me on my arm, and he bites hard. And so he leaves like a mark, and I didn't even know, but the mom was sitting right there the whole time just watching me. And then I was like, okay, who's the mom here? And then she's like, oh, like me. And I was just like, wow, like this is something that cannot go on here. Like, he cannot come back if he is going to be acting like this. And so then my mom, the directora here, also talked to her, and she said, if he comes back like that, acting like this, he can't be allowed to come back here anymore. But obviously they did come back every once in a while, and we started working with him. We started spending more time with him. The teacher already knew that when he came, he had to pay special attention to him, and so we started working with him. And Annie, my workmate here, the one that has her office right next to mine here, she started spending a lot of time with him, showing him a lot of love, and that consistent love, that unconditional love, that no matter what he would do here, he wouldn't be hated or he wouldn't be kicked out just because of having that attitude. We started working with him and setting firm limits, like when he did act like that, when he did bite, the consequence would be that he would get taken out of the room, he wouldn't be able to participate, and he would feel that. And so now it's amazing. I was gone for 3 months, and they continued to work with him here. And when I came back, that kid is completely different. He comes in, and he comes into the building, he looks for us. The first thing he does is look for us, and he gives us a hug, and he just gives us kisses, and there is not even a mention or even a hint that he would want to bite anybody. Like, he's very hyperactive, but he channels that all in a different way already here, because he knows that he's loved here. And it's just literally like a completely different kid. He just comes and hugs, and he sits on our lap, and he just loves being here with us. And he goes up into the kids' room, and he's active, and he's just a totally changed kid, and it's really, really cool to see.